Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today I want to talk about a deck that I've been wanting to build for a long time, but for some reason, one reason or another, I've chosen to just pursue other deck ideas than this. Ever since Bloomburrow came out, I was really interested in building the Bats Lifegain deck, but I just didn't do it. I had other ideas on the table. So I finally sat down, I put this deck together, and I really see what I was missing by not playing this deck sooner. This deck is so much fun to play. So I'm going to go ahead and guide you through this real quick and show you exactly what we're doing with this, because this is a life gain deck, but it's also a self-harm deck at the same time. So let's take a look. So we open up with Case of the Uneaten Feast. Whenever your creature you control enters, gain 1 life. If you've gained 5 or more life over a turn, the case becomes solved, and you can sacrifice the case to gain the ability to cast creatures from your graveyard. Pretty strong open. I chose to go with this over the life gain rabbit because it's an enchantment, not a creature, and creatures are much more easy to get rid of than enchantments are. Because like everyone plays creature hate, they don't exactly play enchantment hate all the time. So I went with Case. Next up, we have Requisition Raid. Speaking of enchantment hate, I wanted this to be able to handle certain toolboxy kind of decks, other decks that run things like prison style enchantments like Banishing Light or Sheltered by Ghosts. I wanted something that can deal with that. And worst case scenario, this just puts +1/+1 counters on my guys. So it's not a bad tool. It's pretty versatile too. So that's why I wanted to run it. Next up, we have our 2-drop slot, which is very clogged up. We have a lot of great options on turn 2. So we have 4 Estus Channelers, 3 Shelter by Ghosts, 3 Bitter Triumph, 4 Deep-Cavern Bat, 3 My Scornful Striker, 3 Amalia, Benavides, Aguirre, and 4 Lunar Convocation. And in the 3-drop slot, we're running 3 Haliya and 3 Zoraline. So what you can see here is we got all the life gain synergies. We have Case of the Uneaten Feast into either Estus Channeler or Amalia Benavides, and these guys are going to start growing immediately if you have Case of the Uneaten Feast on the table turn 1. Past that, we also have the Deep-Cavern Bat, which is great at scouting out information for our opponent, and also has lifelink on the card. So if we just start attacking with this while we have an Estus channel on the table, our guys are going to start growing pretty large. Now, as far as the self-harm aspect of this deck comes in, is we're playing Lunar Convocation. This enchantment does great work when you are taking damage and gaining life in the same turn, which is exactly what this deck does. So what this says, it says, at the beginning of your end step, if you gained life this turn, each opponent loses 1 life. At the beginning of your end step, if you gained life and lost life this turn, create a 1/1 black bat creature token with flying. And it has the ability to pay 2 mana, pay 2 life, and draw a card. So you can self-harm with this card itself, but it's a lot easier when you're playing cards like My Scornful Striker that causes a player to lose 2 life whenever a non-creature spell is played, and that's symmetrical. That's for yourself and for your opponent. So a good thing that you can do with this is if you have My on the table already, you can just cast Lunar Convocation, and you'll have the self-harm portion of the effect already in play. All you have to do is find a way to gain a life, which is not hard with this deck. Then, past that, we also are running 3 Bitter Triumph. I wanted to run this over other removal spells because one of the extra pay costs is to pay 3 life. You're going to be gaining a lot of life with this deck, so paying 3 life is not a problem, but this also turns on Lunar Convocation. So there you go. And aside from that, we also have the 3 copies of Zoraline. Whenever Zoraline comes in or attacks, you can pay 2 mana and 2 life to bring a creature, or actually a non-land permanent card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard back into the battlefield. And that actually is very relevant because 1, that's 2 life that you're paying, so that turns on the Lunar Convocation for the turn. And also, this will get back any creature in your deck back from the graveyard, and also will get you back either Shelter by Ghosts or Case of the Uneaten Feast, because these are non-land permanents in your graveyard that cost 3 or less. So great thing about Zoraline is she will get you anything back in this deck. We don't have anything in this deck that costs more than 3, which is fantastic for this card. And of course, we're running Haliya, Guided by Light. You're going to be gaining a lot of life over the course of every turn, so you're going to be drawing extra cards at the end of every turn. So this whole package right here fits together really, really well. I've been having a ton of fun with this deck. Now let's talk about the lands. So we are playing Lunar Convocation. So what does that mean? It means we need lands that are going to potentially harm us. So what we're doing is we're running for Godless Shrine. That's our white-black shock land. And we're also running Starting Town. Let's read this real quick. This land enters tapped unless it's the first, second, or third turn of the game. You can tap for colorless, or you can tap it and pay 1 life to add 1 mana of any color. So that's awesome because it feeds both of your colors and it pays for the Lunar Convocation. And another thing, just like my hurting you when you play Lunar Convocation, you can pay a life with Starting Town to play Lunar Convocation. So it's a very synergistic way to turn on the Convocation without any extra steps. It's really, really strong. So I'm really happy with the way this deck turned out. So we're going to go ahead and play some games, and I'm going to show you exactly how this deck operates, and then I will meet back with you here at the end of the video with my final thoughts on the deck. Okay, we get to go first. We have Requisition Raid, Deep-Cavern Bat, and 2-Bitter Triumph. We have a lot of reaction, not a whole lot of action, so we need to mulligan this. Let's see. So we got 2 ends now. Uneaten Feast, Requisition Raid. Yeah, this looks much better. So I'm going to keep everything except Requisition Raid. Okay, looks like they mulliganed as well. Looks like they're deciding what to send back. Oh, they mulliganed twice. Wow. Okay, well, good for me, I guess. Play this Godless Shrine, pay 2 life to put it play untapped, and play a case of the Uneaten Feast. Okay, we have a Spirebluff Canal into a Storm Chaser's Talon. So we got some kind of Izzet deck here. Alright, Concealed Courtyard. Let's go Deep-Cavern Bat. Gain a life. Alright, we got Torch the Tower, Into the Floodmaw, and Winter Night Stories. We'll take Torch the Tower. Island. Okay, he's using Floodmaw. So I'll just cast it in next turn. Oh, even better. Alright, well. Deep-Cavern Bat. Let's see if he times this correctly. He needs to let the Deep-Cavern Bat land first, and then cast Torch the Tower with that untapped red mana. Okay, it's in. There you go. He has 2 Winter Night Stories, that's it. Does he have the mana to cast it, though? That's the thing. Is he stuck on 2 lands? No, he's not. But he does take some damage. Alright, draw 3, then discard 2 unless you discard a creature card. Does he have a creature card to discard? I have not seen a single creature in his deck yet. No, he discarded lands. Wow. Okay. Alright, well, let's go play the Starting Town and play the Deep-Cavern Bat. again. Give me the boomerang basics. Probably just gonna cast Winter Night Stories again. He seems to have a very important question in hand. Does he cast Winter Night Stories, or did he draw something better? Maybe a removal spell. Ah, you're missing out. Okay. Draw then discard. Probably discard the thing that he just drew, because I don't think he wants to discard another Winter Night Stories. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, well. The bat, that could be anything, really. Let's wait until he draws some more cards. Okay, let's go. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to. Okay, now, we're going to go. White, white. Play the Essence Channeler. Gain a life. Flip swing counter. Then I'm going to pay a life for black, then white, so I can get both triggers on the Lunar Convocation. Then we're going to attack for 1. Gain a life there. Make another boy. Gain another life. Get another +1 counter. Let's see what he has. Okay, so he's going to use his Winter Night Stories. Draw 3, discard 1, which is the Fear of Missing Out. Cool. Alright, so let's draw that. And go here. I'm going to pay a life for a black mana. And then pay that. Play Deep-Cavern Bat. See what you have in your hand there. Let's see, we got Roaring Furnace, Fear of Missing Out, Frostcliff Siege, and Tiger Seal. Give me the room. And the +1 counter for that. And I'm going to draw a card. No, it's another land. Okay, well, let's get to it. Alright. Make more boys. Gain some more health. I love this little synergy train that we have going on here. This is really fun. But now we need to see what they're going to do with their turn. Because they are really lacking on lands over there. Okay, they play a Multiversal Passage and a Frostcliff Siege. They chose Teamer. So it says creatures you control +1/+1 tremble and haste, but that doesn't matter because they just conceded. GG. Lifegain wins against Izzet, I guess. Okay, opponent goes first. We have 2 lands, 2 Essence Channelers, a Deep-Cavern Bat, and a Zoraline. I think I'll keep. And hopefully we can draw into a case of the Uneaten Feast or a Haliya. That will be premiere for these Essence Channelers. Okay, they open with a Mystic Monastery. That's interesting. Let's open the Plains. We'll probably do Deep-Cavern Bat next turn. This might be Jeskai control. No red output. Oh, maybe 4-color control? I'm a little confused. Let's find out what they're playing. Okay, we got the house. Oh, it's some kind of saga deck. All right, House Grows Hungry. Destroy target creature. And that's scry 2, then draw, scry 2, then draw. Yeah. We're going to take the House Grows Hungry. This is definitely an interesting build. I've not seen this before. Alright. See Concealed. And then I'm going to go Essence Channeler. Godless Shrine. Okay. Yeah, he chose to play it tapped. Split up. Alright. We are split up. Okay, so let's go ahead. I'm going to play this Restless Fortress. Then I'm going to play Mai. I'm going to attack for 3. So they appear to be a control deck. So I'm just going to let them hit themselves. Probably want to destroy Mai. Okay. So let's go. Starting town. Let's go. Essence Channeler. And Shelter by Ghosts. Right there. Gobble that up. Attack for 4. See, now I'm expecting a Day of Judgment. So let's see what they do. Sokka, Tenacious Tactician. Menace, Prowess. Other allies you control have Menace and Prowess. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create a 1/1 white ally. He's saying good game. Why is he saying good game? Alright, let's see what he has in his hand. Give me that. No revelations. Probably saying good game because he doesn't have a way out of this. Yeah, that's exactly it. Let's just end it now. Definitely an interesting form of Jeskai control. Not exactly sure where he's going with that, though. Maybe he just had a bad hand. Okay, opponent goes first. We have 2 lands, both of our colors. Awesome. We have Essence Channeler, Lunar Convocation, Shelter by Ghosts, Zoraline, and Mai. A pretty decent open. We kind of really need some sources of life gain, though. Okay, they open with a Restless Cottage. I will open with Godless Shrine. It'll come in tapped. Hey, looks like they are firmly Golgari. This is interesting. We don't usually see a whole lot of Golgari decks. They're gonna have to exile a card from their hand as well, though. That's a 2-for-1. What are they going to exile? Let's find out. It's a Tragic Trajectory. Do we have a control deck on our hands here? Ghost Vacuum. That Ghost Vacuum is actually going to be pretty good against us. Bleachbone Verge. I'm going to play Mai first up, because they're playing a lot of spells over there. And not too many actual like, threats or anything. Hey, there we go. Alright, well, let's go ahead and play the Bleachbone Verge. And I'm going to play Shelter by Ghosts right here. Yeah, I'm going to lose 2 life. Not a problem. Right, eat that. Then right here for 3. Okay, land, Bossing Say, Day of Black Sun. Okay, lose 2 life in the process. Pretty good chain. All right, let's go play this land. Show me that last card in your hand. I'll take it. And then we'll also play an Estus Channeler. Now that you're out of potential threats, he's probably going to animate his land this turn. But no, he did not animate the land. How interesting. Just kind of expecting that. Just in our Earthbind. Okay. Here we go. All right, let's go. Case of the Uneaten Feast. We're going to play Zoraline. All right, Zoraline is here. Going to attack with the bat. Get another life. Get another life. Okay, now we got that life gain train kind of rolling now. Two, three, four, six. He's got enough to sacrifice the Ghost Vacuum. He should probably do it. He's gonna Earthbind again. Alright. Ooh. Earthbound Restless Cottage. It still triggers the effects when it attacks. Let's see here. It's in my yard currently. And you can tap that at any time to just exile something. So I'm gonna go Lunar Convocation. Here, next. Going to attack with just the Channeler. Okay, he's going to block there. Okay, all the counters are going to go to Zoraline. Yeah, that's all. Okay, I'm going to draw a card. Now we get both triggers from the Lunar Convocation. Alright, cracking the Fabled Passage. We'll see what he does next. He's got Bossing Say, so he can just keep animating lands if he wants to. That's pretty solid. Okay, make it a creature. Coming in with everything. He has nothing in hand, so nothing to really threaten Zoraline with. So we'll block that. Okay, got a starting town. That'll come in like that. I'm going to pay 2 to draw a card. It's just another Bleachbone Verge. So in that case, we're just going to play a Deep-Cavern Bat. Alright, and I'm going to attack with Zoraline. Yeah, block. He's going to exile that. So next turn, he's going to sacrifice the Ghost Vacuum and just get a bunch of creatures. So we'll see what happens. And he's definitely thinking about it because I see his hand hovering over there. Oh, okay. That's a thing. Louis pretty good. Okay. Got Haliya. So we'll play Haliya. Play it out right. Okay. And P2 life. Draw a card. Another Lunar Convocation. Play that. Play the Convocation. Okay, and then we're going to attack with Zoraline. And that bat right there. No point in attacking all out because we can't kill him this turn. Really need to draw into our Requisition Raid before he finally decides to unleash the Ghost Vacuum. Okay, he's going to animate a land. Pass. Okay. Exile a card from his own graveyard. I don't think she has any way to increase the power of the Restless Cottage. So pass. This will block here. And this will block here. Yeah, you're gonna gain some life. Resolve. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. Did he have enough? I guess he did. Okay. Well, at least the Shelter by Ghost doesn't come back. That's good. All right, my turn. Cool. Let's draw a card. Let's draw a card. Okay, that works. I'm playing Estus Channeler. Then we'll play a Plains. And then we'll draw another card. Very cool. Alright. Now, we're going to go to combat. I'm going to attack. You got 1, 2, 3, 4. You got 4 power. So we're just going to attack like that. I'm going to gain some more life. Oh shoot, I forgot he had the Death Touch boy. That's fine. It's not a big deal. We're going about to make a whole bunch of boys. There we go. There's the Bitter Triumph that we needed like 5 turns ago. Alright, sacrifice that. My Estus Channeler is getting huge. Ah, got another Ghost Vacuum. Terrible time. Now I'm just gonna eat up my Zoraline before I can get it back myself. Yep. You'll never spend your thing. It's all good. Just that? Okay. Go ahead and need some health. Okay. Alright, let's see here. We're gonna go Bitter Triumph. We're gonna pay 3 life for it. Kill that. That's fine. I beg your pardon. Did I choose the wrong target? Am I stupid? I think I am. Alright, let's see here. Godless Shrine comes in tapped. I'll play Amalia. I'm gonna gain some life. Hey, Zoraline. I like that. Never play another Lunar Convocation. Resolve. Okay, sacrifices a token to get some food. Or gets a life, I mean. Alright, well, attack with that. Okay. And I'm just going to draw that last card. Alright. And then we're going to enter. Get a whole bunch of guys. Drain you for a bunch. Gain a bunch of life. Draw a card. We'll draw multiple cards because of the Explorer. Oh, another case. I'll keep that right there. Yep. Dude, this would be one of those games where I would definitely want to have Starscape Cleric or whatever it's called. But I really need some more artifact hate. My Requisition Raids are in this deck somewhere, and I've gone through half the deck already. Meanwhile, this guy's over here just doing nothing. But now he's not going to attack with Louis anymore because my Estus Channeler is humongous. Yeah. Alright, my turn. Let's go and play this Concealed Courtyard. Let's see. Play another case of Uneaten Feast so we can gain a bunch of life. Yeah, that's fine. I got no problem losing 2 health. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and play Zoraline. We've already lost 2 health to Mai, so we don't need to worry about paying the 2 life for that. Fine. Another Zoraline. Alright. Let's go ahead and draw that Zoraline. Okay. And then we're going to go to our attack step. And we're going to attack with Mr. Estus Channeler. And all of those. And gain a bunch of life through Zoraline. I'm going to be discarding cards this turn. I gotta be careful. Amalia is gonna get to 20 health. That Estus Channeler really needs some trample. Yep. Block there. Block there. And take 6 damage. That little tink. So funny. Crunch him. Hit him for a bunch. I see. Don't need to draw any more cards. All of those triggers, man. This deck is so wild. Okay, we actually need to put that in the graveyard now. Do a triumph? Okay, I guess today. Alright, everything's dead now. And Amalia's about to get huge. Oh my god. Oh. I am in a worse situation now because of that, but that is so funny. Okay, so now I actually need to do something here. So we need to get an Essence Channeler back onto the table. So I'm going to sacrifice one of these. So that I can play. Well, one, we need to warp this. Oh, my maximum hand size is too high. It's the end of the turn. That's right. So I can't even do anything else. That's silly me. Okay. All right. So we need to discard some stuff here. So let's discard Concealed Courtyard. I need to discard 4 cards. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, Earthbend. Yep. Yeah, that was pretty wild. The Amalia kind of backfired on me. That's okay. Yeah, let's draw a card. Oh, nice. I like that. All right, let's go and play that. Let's play this right here. I'm gonna play Deep-Cavern Bat. See what that 1 card in their hand is. Yep, take it. Nice, I like that. Okay, so let's go ahead and play Haliya. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. And let's see here. Let's draw another card. I really want to get to that Requisition Raid. Okay, next. Attack. With a really big Amalia. Mm. Yep. Ego Drain. Interesting choice to play an Ego Drain in a deck with no fairies in it. Okay, I'm down to 17 cards left. Where is my Requisition Raid? I'm going to end up decking myself. I'm about to discard. That's fine. We'll discard a land though. I had no idea this deck had so much draw in it. Yep. It's like, you know what? This game's gone on long enough. I don't need to keep playing this. Wow. What a wild game. Okay, and welcome back to the post-game wrap-up. And what I have to say about this deck is, this deck is really, really tight. It's like, I really like all of these synergies that this deck sets up very well. So, what I have to say is, getting the Case of Uneaten Feast into either an Essence Channeler or an Amalia is not 100% necessary, but it really sets you up very nicely because these creatures get out of control really fast. So they just get humongous if they are left unchecked. Past that, the self-harm package of Mai into Lunar Convocation or Zoraline and Bitter Triumph or your Pain Lands. It's like feeding the Convocation without too much extra work is really, really solid for this deck because you can absolutely overwhelm your opponent by just pumping out tons of little bat tokens. And don't forget, Zoraline, whenever a bat you control attacks, you gain 1 life. So all those little bat tokens that you are pumping out, you start swinging with them. Zoraline is going to get you a ton of life gain without her even needing to attack. So that's a great bonus right there. Like your life total can seriously get over like 40 or 50 over the course of just 1 game. It's a lot of life gain. So now, as far as cards that might be weak or cards that I might want to try and fit into this deck, after playing a few games with this deck, honestly, the deck itself is really, really tight. It's like there's not a lot of wiggle room here. Probably the weakest card in the deck is probably the Requisition Raid, simply because it's a situational card. It doesn't exactly fit the game plan of this deck. It's more of a card that you use when you need to deal with something. So it is a good card for the deck, but it doesn't like actively feed the game plan, you know. Now, a card I would probably bring into this deck after playing a few games that have been real slugfests is I would probably bring in the Starscape Cleric. There have been a few games where it just becomes a stalemate, and without a way to cycle life loss through a card like Starscape Cleric, or even the Conqueror Vampire that does a very similar effect, it can go for a while. It's like I've had some like 20-30 minute games where me and my opponent are just kind of staring at each other while my Essus Channeler becomes like a 23-22 creature with flying vigilance and menace. It's silly. It's very, very silly. So having a like guaranteed way to just drain out your opponent might be a good place to go. So you might be thinking about that. So there it is. That's the deck. That's my thoughts on it. And personally, and I know I've said this about a lot of decks in the past, this really is my favorite deck right now. Like, I can't get enough games in with this deck. It is so much fun to play. Like, seeing like your creatures get like humongous, having all these different lines of play with self-harm and life gain, it's just a lot of fun, and it's really not that hard to play. It's like you get a life gain source on the table and you start getting big dudes. It's crazy. I mean, that's pretty much all I gotta say about it. So with that being said, feel free to take a look at the description box down below. That's where you're gonna find the deck list. Take it out for a spin yourself, play a few games, enjoy it, have fun. Maybe tell me how you did with it. I'll see you in the next video.